Today I'm going to go through a playthrough for a hardcore trapsin. We'll start off with fire traps and transition to lightning traps in Nightmare. I start off in the Bloodborne, I'll go to player's 8 for most of normal. Mostly just dual clawing things down, but I'll fire blast when things clump up. Here I take down Rakanishu without much issue, but he doesn't drop anything good. I finally hit level 12 for Wake of Inferno, and this really elevates my damage. Treehead Woodfist goes down really easily, and he drops a rare Skull Cap. And I get a pretty good skull cap here. It's got lightning and cold resist with some faster hit recovery. That's a snap equip. I'll grab the Scroll of Infuse and rescue Kane. Here you can see me clear camps real quickly. No other build can really clear as fast as this at low level. I'm just ripping through these player 8 mobs. I free a dead rogue and a rare hard leather armor drops. It's not bad. It has some fire resistance and some faster hit recovery. I equip it and proceed to the Countess. I'm going to farm the Countess until I get the runes for stealth and maybe the runes for leaf. Here I get a tier rune, which is part of the rune word for leaf. While farming Countess, another rare skull cap drops. It's not as good as my current cap, but it may be useful against Andariel, so I'll save it for later. I kill the Countess again, and again, and one more time, because Eureka! I found my stealth runes in less than 5 runs. I head to town, prepare the runes, and... well, you know the drill. Let's try this again. Success! I'm already level 18 by this point, so Andariel is a breeze. I put some traps down and just stand there. Unfortunately, she doesn't drop any good loot. I'm in Act 2, and I kill Fangskin, and he drops a pair of rare boots. These aren't bad. They have 10% faster run walk, some lightning resistance, and poison length reduction. They're much better than what I have equipped, so I'll put them on. I get a really nice drop here. A set item battle staff drops in the Arcane Sanctuary. I don't realize it at the time, but this is Cathan's battle staff, which is terrific for this build. With +1 to fire skills and 10 max to fire skill damage, I can definitely tell the difference in my character's skills. I buy a merc to give Duriel some fodder while I zone in and lay traps. My strategy is simple. Run around while Wake of Fire kills Duriel. He drops a pair of rare boots, and these are pretty good. 29 fire resist, 11 poison resist, and 20% better magic find. They don't have any faster run walk, but that's what we have burst of speed for. I'm gonna go ahead and equip those. In Act 3, I rip the jade figurine off of Sark the Burning. After running around the Great Marsh for what feels like an hour, I find the Flare Jungle, and this is one of the best feelings in this game. Getting through the Great Marsh is such a slog sometimes. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Wow, that is so many monsters. Oh no. Yikes. Oh, I need more lightning resistance. Right here I get a Ral rune, which means I can make a leaf staff rune word. With the tier rune, a Ral rune, and a 2-stocked staff I've been holding on to, I get my next weapon. Leaf gives 3 to all fire skills and mana per kill, so it's very good. It takes me a while, but I find the entrance to the sewers level 2. And a death pack is waiting for me. Act 3 has been throwing zingers this playthrough. I first opt to fight Mephisto fair and square, but I take a heavy hit with my 9 lightning resistance and chicken out. We'll just roast him the good old-fashioned way. After a hard-fought battle, I bring him down. Everything in Act 4 has a lot of health and a lot of fire resistance, so I switch the player count to 1, and I pretty much play the entire act that way. I find Izuul in the Plains of Despair, and he goes down really quickly. Grand Vizier of Chaos is immune to fire, so I switch back to my trusty claws and melee him down. He drops a rare cap, and this thing is really good. With 21 cold resist, 14 fire resist, and 8 energy, this thing is a snap equip. I pop Lord Decius, and he drops an armor. I'll use this for a spirit sword later. Big D is probably the hardest act boss on normal for this build, but even so, he's pretty easy. I just dodge his abilities and keep Wake of Fire down. I get the kill pretty quickly.
My mind's telling me no. But oh shit!
That is the last time I ever click on one of those. So I'm in the Worldstone Keep level 2, and a rare claw drops. Unfortunately, it's nothing to write home about. Not as good as Leaf for a trap build. Maybe for a melee build it'd be good. The hardest minion wave will be the first, since Colenso is fire immune. So I buy a Merc to help me out. Get him, Wolfgar. He even tanks the minions of destruction for a while. Bale is one of the easiest bosses in the game for a trapsin. I lay down my traps, and then hide so his tendrils, lightning breath, and glacial wave can't hit me. You don't even need to aim when you're putting traps down. Just drop them right next to him, and they'll do all the work. After I clear normal, I want to farm some gear before I go on to Nightmare, and the best place to farm the gear I'm looking for is cows. I'm looking for 2 items in particular. A crystal or longsword for a spirit rune word, and a 2-socketed shield for a rhyme rune word. I get a crystal sword to drop here, and it is ethereal with no sockets, but the Larzuk socket quest will give it 4 sockets. Eventually a 2-socketed spike shield drops, which is a perfect base for my rhyme rune word. I begin to assemble the pieces for spirit, which includes cubing up to a Thal rune. Larzuk puts a hole punch into my crystal sword, and I assemble the spirit rune word, which I will probably use for the rest of the playthrough. The rhyme rune word is also easy to assemble. I really like the resistances and cannot be frozen mod on this item for trapsins. To start off Act 1, I'm going to gamble for a better pair of gloves. These ones that offer lightning resistance are an improvement. In the Den of Evil, I find a 4-socketed sword. Oh, the irony. Whoa! Good thing I gambled for those lightning resistance gloves. Ooh, an Arctic bow. This would go well with my Arctic belt if I was using a boson. Not a bad bow. See if we can get this last shaman before we kill Andariel. Alright, so Andean Nightmare. A little harder than Andean Normal, but not too bad. I'm going to lay down 5 Wake of Inferno traps and run around in a circle. I use Wake of Inferno instead of Wake of Fire because it deals more damage in a smaller area, so it's better for bosses, or at least it can be. And now it is time. I'm going to respec to a lightning trapsin. I probably could have gotten away with running Wake of Fire a little further into this character's journey, but starting in Act 3 with the Trevinical, and then especially in Act 4, the fire immunes were going to be difficult. So it was time. Nightmare Duriel is pretty easy for the trapsin. We zone in with the Merc and put down 5 Lightning Sentry traps and run around while the Lightning Sentry traps do all the work. I run into a pretty interesting pack right here. I get ambushed by the actual Gitrog monster and his fanatical mousemen. Luckily, it's not a very dangerous pack and I'm able to bring him down, but the fanatic frog does drop an interesting item. Death Bit Battle Dart. Good for a throw barb, I suppose. The sewers can be a really dangerous place, what with all the dolls and stink bugs, so I make sure to use Cloak of Shadows to reduce the damage that my character takes. Right here, I'm violating the #1 rule of hardcore. Never walk around while cursed. Ouch. The champion pack right before Sewers level 2 drops a rare belt. The stats aren't stellar, but it's time to let the Arctic belt go. Wow, I hate Act 3 sometimes. Oh, no. Mind blast, mind blast, mind blast, mind blast, mind blast. Oh. In typical trapsin fashion, I'm going to lay my lightning sentry traps at the edge of the screen and sit off screen while they kill Mephisto. Actually, I'm just going to mode trick him. And I get a decent item. Mavinda's belt. Not great for this build, but a pretty decent set item. In the Plains of Despair, I find a pair of rare gloves. The gloves are just okay. The only useful stat they have is 24 lightning resistance, which is 3 less than my current pair. Initially, I make the correct choice and throw them out, but my reptilian brain takes over and decides yellow words are greater than blue words. I'll probably regret this. I reach the Hellforge, and I start daydreaming of all the good runes I could get. An rune for the crescent rune word would be the pinnacle. But first, I must defeat Hephaestus. My strategy is simple. I'm going to put down 5 traps and run around until everything is dead. Trapsins excel at this sort of playstyle. And now, the moment of truth. What's it going to be? Bro, I already have like 3 Shiel runes. The Grand Vizier of Chaos is always fire immune, but here it spawns with lightning immunity as well. I switch to Death Sentry, lure the boss onto piles of corpses, and let the physical damage component of Death Sentry's corpse explode do the rest. For Diablo, I lay down traps and play dodge the lightning breath. I'm also going to dodge the firestorm as well. And I'm going to put down some more traps while dodging the lightning breath. And I'm going to move away from him when he tries to get into melee. And then I'm going to move back when he tries to get into melee again. This causes him to cast more lightning breaths, which I dodge while placing more lightning traps. And after enough of this, he dies. No. Ooh, a Grand Crown. That's a Crown of Thieves. And a decent roll, 11 lifesteal and 189 enhanced defense. This would be a good helm for a merc. I'm going to fight the Ancients now, and what I want to do is lay some traps and then run away. I get lucky here because none of them spawn with lightning immunity. The easiest way to die to Ancients is to be standing still in Italic Whirlwind, so trapsin is pretty good here. In the Worldstone Keep, the Burning Souls have lightning resistance, so if I can't run away from them, I have to use Fire Blast. My lightning resistance is still my weakest resistance, so I have to be careful how many I try and fight here. The strategy for Baal doesn't really change from normal to nightmare. I'm going to lay some traps at the edge of the screen and stay away from him. I've been here for almost a minute doing this, but eventually he spawns some appendages, so I have to move. Eventually he teleports on me and I have to run away. Yeah, easiest boss in the game for this character. And he drops a Talrash's helm. Nice. That's another good merc helm. Before going on to hell, I opt to do a little leveling. I go back to my favorite zone for this sort of thing. The cow level. Pretty early in, a pair of rare boots drop. Nothing to write home about. Right here, a socketed Grimscythe drops, and it is an excellent merc weapon. It is 4 sockets and Ethereal. Nice. In Hell, I need to use all my abilities to clear through the monsters. Fire Blast for lightning immunes, Lightning Sentry for fire immunes, Cloak of Shadows and Mind Blast for crowd control. I kill Rakanishu, and he drops a rare bow. I play a little Tetris to get it into my inventory. And wow, I cannot believe what I am looking at. The Death Song Long Battle Bow is the best rare bow I have ever found. It can proc amplify damage, has 97% enhanced damage, and max damage by character level. This is an incredible find. My hell resistances could use some work, so I decided to do some Countess runs to find some runes for better armor. But on my way to the Countess, a Devilkin drops a Lumbrune. A Lumbrune allows me to make a smoke armor, which is a great defensive rune word. It has armor, missile defense, and great resistances. This brings my hell resistances to an acceptable level. I get to Hell and Ariel, and I execute my battle-tested strategy of laying down traps and then running away. I like to hide behind this column over here, where poisons can't get to me, and I peek out every now and then to keep her interested. At one point, I lock myself in a room with her. Luckily, I survive our encounter and she goes down without a hitch. If you've made it this far into the video, I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching my Trapsin's adventure through hardcore. But I have some bad news. I killed my character and I didn't even record it. Sorry for the buzzkill, dear viewer, but I can try to explain what happened. I'm in the Maggot Lair level 2, and I encountered an elite pack with Cursed, Spectral Hit, and Fire Enchanted mods. Dangerous to be sure. The Fire Enchanted makes them virtually immune to fire damage, so I had no way to kill them. My strategy was to lure them into this area, convert enough of the minions with Mind Blast, and run by them as they were distracted. Unfortunately, I drew aggro as I tried to run by and died instantly. The smart choice here would have been to remake the game rather than take on such a formidable pack of monsters, or get a merc that could kill them. But the Maggot Lair is really tedious, and I got impatient. Oh well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.